When you first arrive in Nice, you feel a change in the air. It's different from other famous spots along the French Riviera. The sunshine feels warmer somehow, and the breeze from the Mediterranean Sea carries with it a sense of calm. This isn't the high-octane glamour of Monte Carlo or the celebrity-filled promenades of Cannes. Instead, Nice welcomes you with an open-hearted authenticity. It's a city that has been a crossroads for centuries, a place where Italian influences blend seamlessly with French culture. You can see it in the architecture, taste it in the food, and hear it in the gentle cadence of the local dialect. It's a city that feels lived in, a real community that just happens to be breathtakingly beautiful. The history of Nice is layered, like the pastel-colored buildings in the Old Town. It was founded by the Greeks, desired by the Romans, and for centuries was part of the House of Savoy, feeling more Italian than French. This rich past gives the city a depth that you won't find in resorts built purely for tourism. It's a place where grand boulevards from the Belle Époque lead to narrow, winding medieval streets. As you wander, you're walking through time. The city doesn't shout about its history, it simply lets you discover it around every corner. This sense of discovery is part of its charm. You feel less like a tourist and more like a welcome guest, invited to peel back the layers and find the real Nice for yourself. Nice has a unique atmosphere that sets it apart. It's a major city, the fifth largest in France, but it maintains the feel of a relaxed seaside town. The pace of life is slower here. People take time to enjoy their coffee at a pavement cafe, to stroll along the waterfront, and to chat with neighbors. There is a sense of community that is palpable. Even in the bustling city center, there's a feeling of spaciousness, thanks to the wide squares and the vast expanse of the sea. It's a city that encourages you to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to simply be present. The combination of urban energy and coastal serenity is what makes Nice so special and so different from its Riviera neighbors. My first impression is always one of light. The light in Nice is legendary, and it's easy to see why artists like Matisse and Chagall were so drawn to it. It bathes the city in a soft golden glow, making the ochre facades of the buildings seem to radiate warmth. The deep blue of the Baie des Anges, or Bay of Angels, provides a stunning contrast. This interplay of light and color is everywhere, from the vibrant flower market in the Cours Salea to the simple beauty of a laundry line strung between two old buildings. Stepping off the train or out of the airport, you're not just arriving in a new place. You're stepping into a living painting, a masterpiece created by sun, sea, and centuries of history. The luxury you find in Nice is not about flashy sports cars or designer logos. It's a quieter, more refined elegance. It's the quality of the ingredients at a local market, the perfect cut of a linen shirt, and the simple pleasure of an afternoon spent reading in a manicured garden. The people of Nice, the Niçois, have mastered the art of living well without showing off. Their homes may be in historic apartment buildings with high ceilings and wrought iron balconies, but the real luxury is the lifestyle that goes with it. It's about having the time to enjoy life's simple pleasures and valuing quality over quantity. This understated approach is woven into the very fabric of the city. Look around, and you'll see this quiet elegance everywhere. It's in the way an elderly woman carries her shopping basket from the market, filled with fresh produce for that day's lunch. It's in the crisp white tablecloths of a neighborhood bistro, where the focus is on good food and conversation, not on being seen. You'll notice it in the small, independent boutiques that line the streets, selling locally made goods rather than global brands. This is a city where people appreciate craftsmanship and tradition. They understand that true luxury isn't about what you own, but about how you live your life. It's a philosophy that is both inspiring and incredibly welcoming to visitors who want to experience it. This way of life is perhaps best observed in the hidden courtyards and residential streets, away from the main tourist paths. Behind grand wooden doors, you'll find peaceful oases of calm. These courtyards are where daily life unfolds. You might see children playing, neighbors sharing a morning coffee, or someone tending to their potted plants. It's in these private moments that you get a true sense of the city's soul. The luxury here is the gift of tranquility in the heart of a bustling city. It's the ability to retreat from the world into a beautiful, secure space. These hidden gems are a reminder that the best parts of Nice are often just out of sight, waiting to be discovered. Compared to the glitz of its neighbors, Nice offers a different kind of aspiration. In Monte Carlo, the dream is to win big at the casino. In Cannes, it's to walk the red carpet. In Nice, the dream is simply to live this life. It's to have an apartment with a view of the sea, to know the local baker by name, and to spend your evenings watching the sunset over the Baie des Anges. It's a more attainable, more human kind of dream. The luxury here is not exclusive, it's an invitation. The city shows you that a life of elegance and beauty is not about wealth, but about appreciating the world around you and finding joy in the everyday. Our walk begins in the heart of modern Nice, the Carré d'Or, or Golden Square. This is the city's most prestigious neighborhood, a grid of elegant streets nestled between the Promenade des Anglais and the main shopping artery, Avenue Jean Médecin. As you stroll, you're surrounded by magnificent Belle Époque architecture. Buildings like the Residence Palace stand as proud monuments to an era of opulence and optimism. Look up at the ornate balconies, the detailed carvings, and the grand entrances. These were the winter palaces for Europe's aristocracy, who flocked to Nice for its mild climate. Today, they house luxury apartments and high-end shops, but their historic grandeur remains untouched, a constant reminder of the city's glamorous past. We turn onto a smaller, quieter street, Rue Jean Madsen. This street feels more residential, more intimate. The scale is smaller here, but the elegance persists. Old balconies overflow with geraniums, and the warm stone facades seem to soak up the southern sun. You can peer into the lobbies of apartment buildings and see polished marble floors and old-fashioned cage lifts. It's on streets like this that you feel the real rhythm of the city. You see locals coming and going, carrying groceries or walking their dogs. It feels a world away from the tourist crowds, yet it's only a few steps from the main boulevards. This is where the quiet luxury of Niçois life is most apparent. From there, we venture onto Rue de Paradis. The name itself, Paradise Street, tells you everything you need to know. This is where you'll find the city's most exclusive designer boutiques, Chanel, Louis Vuitton, and Hermès. Yet, even here, the experience feels different. The street is wide and lined with trees, and the shops are housed in beautiful historic buildings. It lacks the frenetic energy of shopping districts in other major cities. People browse at a leisurely pace, and the atmosphere is relaxed. It feels less like a commercial transaction and more like an appreciation of beautiful things in a beautiful setting. The street perfectly blends the high life with the easygoing spirit of the Riviera. The Carré d'Or is more than just a collection of beautiful buildings and expensive shops. It is a living museum of the city's development. It represents the moment when Nice transformed from a sleepy old town into a world-renowned destination. The grid layout was a modern innovation, a stark contrast to the labyrinthine streets of Vieux-Nice. Yet today, the two coexist in perfect harmony. Walking through the Golden Square, you are walking through the story of Nice's golden age. It's a testament to the city's ability to embrace the new without forgetting the old, creating a landscape that is both historically rich and vibrantly contemporary. The past and present don't just exist side by side, they dance. To truly understand the layout and beauty of Nice, you must go up. We leave the elegant streets of the Carré d'Or behind and make our way towards the eastern end of the city, to the Colline du Château, or Chateau Hill. This is the original site of the city, the spot where Greek traders first established a settlement. For centuries, a formidable citadel stood here, protecting the town below. Though the castle itself was destroyed by the soldiers of Louis XIV in 1706, its spirit remains. Today, the hill has been transformed into a magnificent park, the Parc du Château, offering a peaceful escape from the city buzz. The ascent can be made via a charming Art Deco lift, or, for the more energetic, a winding staircase. As you climb, the views become more and more spectacular. The red-tiled roofs of the old town, or Vieux Nice, spread out beneath you like a rustic tapestry. You can trace the arrow-straight line of the Promenade des Anglais as it hugs the perfect curve of the Baie des Anges. The water shifts in color from a pale turquoise near the shore to a deep, mysterious sapphire further out. From this vantage point, you can appreciate the geography that has shaped Nice's destiny, a city perfectly sheltered by hills and blessed with a magnificent bay. Once at the top, you'll find a green oasis. Winding paths lead you through shady groves of trees, past Roman ruins, and towards an impressive man-made waterfall that cascades down the rock face. It's a favorite spot for locals. You'll see families enjoying picnics, couples strolling hand in hand, and children laughing on the playgrounds. It's a place of leisure and recreation, a public space that truly belongs to the people of Nice. The park is a beautiful example of how the city has repurposed a site of military importance into a place of peace and natural beauty, giving the land back to its citizens for their enjoyment. Exploring the park, you'll also find the city's historic cemetery, a quiet and poignant place with beautiful sculptures and tombs. It's another layer of the city's rich history, a final resting place for many of the families who built Nice. Standing here, with the whole city laid out before you, you get a profound sense of time and continuity. You can see the ancient port, the medieval old town, the Belle Époque expansion, and the modern city beyond. Chateau Hill is more than just a viewpoint, it's a place of reflection. It's where you can connect with the deep history of Nice while marveling at its enduring, timeless beauty. No visit to Nice is complete without a long, leisurely stroll along the Promenade des Anglais. This is more than just a seafront boulevard. It is the city's grand stage, its living room, and its soul. It stretches for 7 kilometers along the stunning Baie des Anges, its name a nod to the wealthy English aristocrats who first funded its construction in the 1820s. On one side, you have the grand hotels, like the legendary Negresco with its iconic pink dome and elegant apartment buildings. On the other, the vast, unending expanse of the Mediterranean Sea. The Prom, as locals call it, is where the life of the city plays out in the open air. The promenade is a democratic space, shared by everyone. You'll see joggers and cyclists in their designated lanes, moving with purpose. You'll see families pushing strollers, elderly couples sitting on the famous blue chairs, simply watching the world go by, and teenagers on rollerblades weaving skillfully through the crowds. It's a place of constant motion, yet it never feels frantic. The rhythm is set by the gentle lapping of the waves against the pebble beach. The sea is a constant calming presence, its color changing with the light from a brilliant turquoise to a deep indigo. The promenade connects the people of Nice to their greatest natural asset, the sea. The beach itself, a unique shoreline of smooth gray pebbles called galettes, is an integral part of the experience. In the summer, it's dotted with colorful parasols and sunbathers. But even in the cooler months, you'll find people enjoying the waterfront. They sit on the pebbles, listening to the soothing sound of the stones being rolled by the waves. Some brave souls swim year-round. Along the beach are exclusive private clubs like Beau Rivage, where you can rent a lounger for the day, and enjoy lunch with your feet almost in the water. But most of the beach is public, open for everyone to enjoy a simple, free pleasure. The Promenade des Anglais is the city's heartbeat. It's where celebrations happen, where people come to clear their heads, and where life is lived to the fullest. It represents the essence of Nice, a city that is both glamorous and down-to-earth, sophisticated and simple. Walking along the prom, with the sun on your face and the sea breeze in your hair, you feel a sense of freedom and possibility. It's a place that invites you to slow down, to look around, and to appreciate the simple, profound beauty of a city that lives in perfect harmony with the sea. As you walk the city, you encounter symbols both old and new that tell the story of Nice. Near Place Masséna, you'll find a striking modern sculpture called Neuf Lignes Obliques, or 9 oblique lines. These towering black metal beams reach for the sky at a sharp angle. Erected in 2010 to commemorate the 150th anniversary of Nice becoming part of France, they represent a modern, forward-looking city. The sculpture is bold and controversial, a stark contrast to the surrounding 19th century architecture. It speaks to Nice's identity as a city that is not afraid to embrace contemporary art and ideas, adding new layers to its historic landscape. It's a powerful statement about progress and the city's dynamic future. However, the Promenade des Anglais also holds a much more recent and somber memory. The city and its people were forever changed by the tragic terrorist attack on Bastille Day in 2016. Where there was once only joy and celebration, there is now also a place for quiet remembrance. You will find a simple, powerful memorial in the Jardin de la Via Masséna, just off the promenade. It is a quiet space for reflection, a place to honor the victims. The way the city has incorporated this memory into its most public space is a testament to its resilience. The people of Nice have not let tragedy define them. Instead, they have chosen to honor the past while continuing to embrace life. The attack left a deep scar on the city's heart, but the response of the Niçois people showed their incredible strength and unity. In the days and weeks that followed, the promenade was covered in flowers, messages, and candles. It became a spontaneous shrine, a place for collective grieving and healing. Today, that spirit of solidarity endures. The blue chairs and the open expanse of the promenade have taken on an even deeper meaning. They represent a commitment to freedom, to community, and to the simple joy of being together in a beautiful public space. Walking here now, you feel not just the beauty of the place, but the resilience of its people. This blend of old and new, of joy and sorrow, is what makes Nice so compellingly human. The city doesn't hide its complexities. It acknowledges its history, both triumphant and tragic, and weaves it into the fabric of daily life. The Neuf Lignes Obliques points towards the future, while the memorials gently remind us of the past. This honesty gives the city a soul. It's not a sanitized tourist destination. It's a real place, with real stories and real emotions. It's a city that has learned to carry its history with grace, to find strength in adversity, and to continue celebrating the beauty of life. As the sun begins to dip towards the horizon, a special kind of magic descends upon Nice. The light softens, casting long shadows and painting the sky in hues of orange, pink, and purple. This is the golden hour, and there is no better place to experience it than by the sea. The energy of the city shifts from the busyness of the day to a more relaxed, contemplative rhythm. People finish their work and make their way to the Promenade des Anglais for an evening stroll, a passeggiata in the Italian tradition. The air cools, and a gentle breeze rustles the palm trees. It feels like the entire city is taking a collective, contented sigh. The evenings are filled with simple, beautiful experiences. You might hear the sound of a lone musician playing a saxophone, the melancholic notes drifting along the sea air. It's an impromptu performance, not for money, but for the sheer joy of making music in a beautiful place. You'll see couples sitting on the pebble beach, sharing a bottle of wine as they watch the last sliver of sun disappear. At beachside restaurants like Beau Rivage, the tables fill up. The clinking of glasses and the low murmur of conversation create a gentle soundtrack to the evening. It's a time for connection, for sharing stories, and for savoring the end of another perfect day. As darkness falls, the city lights begin to twinkle. The grand hotels along the promenade are illuminated, their Belle Époque facades glowing like magnificent lanterns. The arc of the Baie des Anges becomes a glittering necklace of lights. Even the old town, with its narrow streets, comes alive in a different way. Small bars and restaurants spill out onto the squares, their warm light creating an inviting, convivial atmosphere. The evening in Nice is not about loud nightclubs or wild parties. It's about a quieter, more intimate kind of enjoyment. It's about savoring the moment, whether it's over a delicious meal, a quiet walk, or simply sitting on a blue chair and listening to the waves. This is the Nice I hope you'll come to know. It's a city that invites you to be a part of its life, not just a spectator. Imagine yourself here. Picture yourself finding your favorite cafe for a morning espresso, discovering a hidden courtyard filled with flowers, or feeling the cool pebbles under your feet as you watch the sunset. Nice is more than just a destination. It's a feeling. It's the warmth of the sun, the elegance of a life lived with style, and the peaceful spirit of a city that has found the perfect balance between its past and its present. It's a city that gets under your skin and stays in your heart long after you've left.